We, the students of Xavier Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, present to you sustainability practices across industries. Sustainability in trading sector. Why sustainability? It leads to the reduction in cost, preservation of resources, differentiation, meeting the expectation from stakeholders, fulfilling customer needs, enhancing the social image of the product, attract better talent. Indian standards of sustainability are defined by the Securities Exchange Board of India. Firstly, ethics, transparency, and accountability. Business should conduct and govern themselves with ethics, transparency, and accountability. Product lifecycle sustainability. Business should provide goods and services that are safe and contribute to sustainability throughout their life cycles. Human rights. Businesses cater to human rights and ensure the well-being of employees associated with the company. Environment protection. Business should utilize the natural and man-made resources in an optimal and responsible manner and ensure the sustainability of resources by reducing, reusing, recycling, and managing waste. Policy advocacy. Business, when engaged in influencing public and regulatory policy, should do so in a responsible manner and be consistent with the principles and core elements contained in these guidelines. Stakeholder engagement. Business should respect the interest and be responsive towards all stakeholders, especially those who are disadvantaged, vulnerable, and marginalized. Employee well-being. Business should promote the well-being of all employees, including right to freedom of association, participation, and collective bargaining. Customer value. Business, while serving the needs of the customers, should take into account the overall well-being of the customers and the society. Ensure that they do not restrict the freedom of choice in any manner. Inclusive growth and equitable development. Business should understand their impact on social and economic development and respond through appropriate action to minimize the negative impacts.
Now, we will discuss about global standards. The global standards include corporate reporting, fair trade, Union for Ethical Biotrade, Ethical Trading Initiative, VITA, and SQF. What is corporate reporting? Corporate reporting on sustainability issues. It aims to make companies transparent and accountable in their sustainability efforts. Fair trade. Fair trade certified ensures that farmers follow internationally monitored environmental standards while empowering farmers and farm workers with financial incentives and resources for organic conversion, reforestation, water conservation, and environmental education. Union for Ethical Biotrade. Members commit to gradually ensuring that their sourcing practices promote the conservation of biodiversity, respect traditional knowledge, and ensure the equitable sharing of benefits all along the supply chain. Safe Quality Food Program. It is designed to meet the needs of retailers and food service providers around the world who require ISO-based food safety and quality management systems from their suppliers. VITA. VITA stands for Wine and Agricultural Ethical Trading Association. VITA drives a proactive, world-class and sustainable ethical trade program for the South African wine industry and aligned sector. VITA strives to ensure fair treatment, respectful relationships, and dignified lives toward achieving a transformed agricultural sector. Ethical Trading Initiative. The Ethical Trading Initiative base code is a code of labor practice derived from the conventions of the ILO. The code is generic, meaning that it is applicable for any type of company in any place in the world. The base code is mostly applied for managing labor practices in international supply.
Now, we will look into a few examples of companies who undertake sustainability practices in trading industry. First, let's discuss about Adani Enterprises, which is the largest trading company in India in terms of revenue and market share. In terms of environment, it has a dedicated department of horticulture, which has been developing green zones in highly saline sandy soil and water. APSEZ, otherwise known as Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited, has been recognized internationally as a world ports for a better climate, for implementation of green port ideology, and for better environment control in desert condition. Adani Power is the pioneer of supercritical technology in thermal power plants, which lowers the carbon footprint of the thermal power plants. Adani Group is also India's largest provider of private solar power generators with multiple sites across India. Regarding mangroves conservation, Adani Ports and SEZ Limited has undertaken mangrove afforestation activity at various locations of Gujarat coast as part of its initiative to improve environmental integrity and its corporate commitment to environment. It has successfully completed the mangrove afforestation in 1788 hectares besides gap filling work of mangrove. It is currently conserving 1254 hectares of existing mangroves near its port areas. They have also preserved 87 plus species in terrestrial biodiversity and 4 species in marine biodiversity in highly saline soil and other sea soils. They are involved in green zone development, which includes 25,845 trees, 3,92,250 shrubs, and 28,785 square meter of green carpet. It has 3 major benefits such as income generation, employment, and implementation of environment policies. It has adopted Israel's high-tech mechanized sprinkler irrigation systems and also the latest system of underground drip irrigation to deliver water directly to the roots to avoid water loss through evaporation. This system reduces irrigation water usage up to 80%.
Now we look into globally what the companies are doing. First, we look into Mitsui and Corporation Limited. Mitsui and Corporation Limited, a part of Mitsui Group, is one of the largest general trading companies in Japan. Its business area of operation covers energy, machinery, chemicals, food, textile, logistics and finance. They monitor closely the impact of its global and diverse business activities on society. They have identified 5 material issues for the company to focus on. The first is the protection of the global environment. They provide grants for research and activities to universities to curb the emission of greenhouse gases and efficient resource utilization. They have started various initiatives towards environmental value creation that include use of renewable projects to build a sustainable society, focus on recycling, and investment in sustainable forests. Next is respect for human rights. They continually try to understand the culture and practices of each country and region as they are aware of their role as a member of the international community. They continually rectify labor practices that violate human rights such as forced labor or child labor. Next is enhancement of local industrial bases and quality of life. Through their business activities, they develop the infrastructure needed for growth and prosperity across the globe. They provide health care for the aged and also try to create employment by developing local industries. Next is the stable supply of resources and materials. They create relationships only with suppliers that do not violate any environmental policies, thereby contributing to saving the environment. The last material issue is corporate governance and human resource development. In order to maintain their status as a company trusted by many, they ensure fair business practices by following anti-corruption and anti-competitive behavior and providing equal opportunities for both men and women.
Next, we'll look for Honda Trading. Honda Trading's role is to provide customers throughout the world with satisfaction and joy by contributing to the construction of competitive value chains through the provision of a variety of services including raw materials, equipment and parts supply, steel processing and many others. In order to reduce the impact on the environment in their business activities, they promote activities in 6 of the 7 domains set out in their Honda life cycle philosophy known as the 7 domains of Honda business. First, we'll look for product resource cycle and 3R efforts. They recycle waste resources collected from manufacturing processes and end-of-life vehicles in every conceivable materials field, including iron and non-ferrous metals. For example, aluminium is melted at group company aluminium plants and reused as a material at Honda plants. Next is initiatives in the field of purchasing. As a Honda Group company, it takes part in Honda Green purchasing activities through which they procure materials and parts that have small environmental footprints, including matters related to chemical substances. Next is initiatives in the field of production. Honda Group manufacturing subsidiaries work hard to minimize environmental impact by implementing measures in power saving, resource saving, and zero emissions. Next is initiatives in the field of transportation. They carry out CO2 emissions management in the transportation and help to improve the efficiency of transportation in cooperation with transport companies. The company actively promote the reduction of waste materials through simple and basic packaging and the use of returnable packaging containers. Next is initiatives in the field of sales. They transform used engine oil that was replaced by customers at dealers into recycled heavy oil through refining and use it as fuel during alloy manufacturing. This enables them to reduce petrol consumption. Last but not the least is initiatives in the field of office administration. Considering the environmental issues, they implement thorough environmental improvement activities to promote green offices that protect the global environment. They pay careful attention to environmental impact in their surroundings and in their everyday work by reduction of CO2 emissions through energy saving, including electricity conservation, and resource saving by promoting paperless measures and reducing waste. These are some of the references that we have used. Thank you.